Hi, my name is Max. Today is November 11th, 2025, and it has been 2 weeks since I broke up with my girlfriend. Saying it out loud is kind of crazy. 2 weeks is, when you think about it, it seems really short, but the past 2 weeks have felt like so long because I'm like redefining who I am, and everything that I've known has changed. My entire life has changed. That sounds kind of extreme, but it's true. If you've been watching my channel, you already know my entire life revolves around my girlfriend. So it's a lot different trying to adjust to like being normal, I guess. And that's just like hanging out with my friends and doing stuff by myself instead of like constantly being attached to my girlfriend, or my ex rather. So yeah. Today it was actually a good day though. At the start it wasn't. I woke up and I was really depressed. I checked my phone again. I just need to break out of that routine because on Tuesdays to Thursdays, I know she has early classes, so she'll like wake up earlier than me. So I don't know. I was like expecting a text or something, but there's nothing there. And today, yeah, in school I missed her a lot. First, second, third period, I was just thinking about her. Actually, second period, we were talking about college visits, so I was like mostly present because I was like with my friends and we are just like looking through colleges. But in first and third period, I was still with my friends, but like my entire attention wasn't like focused on the thing we we're doing, so I had a lot to think about in my mind, and it was just, I miss her, all the same stuff. Like, I wonder what she's doing right now. I wonder what she's doing with her new boyfriend. I wonder if they're doing this or that. I wonder what she's doing at this moment. Oh, right now she'd be going to lunch. Even like during the second half of the day, I was still doing that. She usually gets out of school 1:15 or around there, so I was like checking my phone around that time to see if she would text, but she didn't. But I've been happier. I'm like detaching myself, and I know it's gonna be hard and long, and like I said before, growth isn't a linear journey, but little baby steps, and eventually it will add up, and I'll be able to like eventually move on. I realized that it may not be forever, and we just need time to ourselves. So I'm just gonna honor the no contact. And I really want to text her in the beginning of the day, but I just added it to my notes. I asked ChatGPT about it. I didn't stalk her as much today. I didn't look at her YouTube or her Discord. What did I look at? I looked at her Spotify. And on Instagram, I've muted her notifications, but I could still see the likes she has on Reels for some reason. So if there's this one Reel, it was like, there's no stronger emotional tension between a girl who's not ready for a relationship and a boy who wants to like prove himself and show her that they're ready for a relationship, something like that. And it was kind of odd when I saw that she liked it, because I felt like it applied a lot to my situation. I mean, not directly, but like I was ready like trying to fix things, and then she like ran away. So I don't really know. That was kind of weird. I'm probably just overthinking it again. But yeah, I lived a lot in the present today. During work, I babysit, so I was just like focused on the kids. I was like on I was watching like Instagram Reels, which isn't, I shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I didn't really think about her that much. Or if I did, it wasn't just like in a missing her way, it was like just a grieving her way, like accepting what happened. So, just baby steps. And yeah. I went to the gym today, which is like the first time in a week. I got to get more of my routine. Tomorrow I don't have anything, so I'll probably go to the gym again. I've been running PPL, but I've only been doing push and pull. I haven't done legs in like 2 months, I think. So I have to get back on that. I just don't like doing legs because I get really sore. I get like sore for a week because it takes so long, or I haven't done it in so long, and then it takes so long to recover that I'm just like, I don't want to like go through that again. But it's for the best. But yeah, I was looking at old texts, and I did use that for gym motivation. And I don't know, it was kind of corny, but I was into like sad songs and stuff, and it was a pretty good workout. Like if I was struggling on the last rep, I'd be like, come on, remember what she did to you. There was this one guy I talked to once in like the summer, and we talked for like a bit. It was like kind of awkward. I was like rambling because like he's like a cool guy, so like I didn't expect him to talk to me, but like he was pretty chill. So I see him like all the time because we go to the gym around the same time. But I told him like I'm trying to get back into the gym. My dad made this like a pot roast for dinner that was pretty good, and he made this banana bread. And that's also another thing I undervalued when I was in my relationship. I would often put off time with my family and just instead call my girlfriend, or my ex rather. And I realized that yesterday too. We were watching the Monday night football game, Go Birds. And I realized like, I never really spent time with them just like on the couch. I would usually just like watch it from my computer, or like I'd still be in call with her, and then just like watch the highlights the next day. So that's also a change. And it's like all this like little stuff that's accumulating, and it's like it's changing my perspective on things. And I'm really seeing how I was attached now, and all these like different parts of life that I was missing out before, and now that I'm getting to experience. I do feel like I'm being a burden to my friends because all the time I'll just be asking them like little questions and all this stuff. But they're always there for me, so they do a lot for me. I appreciate them. I also learned today that there's different attachment styles. So avoidant attachment styles are when people usually want like time to themselves because they're stressed or overwhelmed. And I feel like that was her. She often like ran away or wanted to be by herself, or like in her case with her friends when things got stressful. As where I'm more of an anxious attachment style. So that's like, I need like confirmation. I need to like get this over with right now. Like I need to talk to you. But she needed distance. So it's like we're like opposites, But opposites do attract. So maybe she'll come back. I don't know. So yeah, I realized that, and you know, you don't have to be on like either side and be very polar. You could be in the middle. So I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. You know, like not try and be very avoidant or very attached, just in the middle, you know, so I could live my own life and um still have a life with my ex if we do get back together. Which, you know, I've been like watching a lot of videos on Instagram, which I probably shouldn't be, but like half of them like feed into my delusion that she'll come back, and then the others like you just have to move on. So I'm really stuck. But you know, I'm just gonna do no contact right now and see what happens. The hoodie's supposed to arrive sometime next week, I'm pretty sure. If not next week, then the week after. But, you know, people say like I should value myself, and it like me like waiting for her, it's like a confirmation that like she has more power, and if she leaves, she could like do it again and leave, and you know, I'll be there. So I feel like if we do get back together, I have to set that boundary. Like, what you did was not okay. You know, I understand you messed up, but you need to communicate to me. Which I understand she's avoidant, but like, you know, you have to compromise at least a bit. This video is getting kind of long. I have to go to sleep. So, yeah, overall today was a pretty good day. Didn't feel as like miserable as the past few weeks, and hopefully the future will look brighter. So that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.